Thank you, Secretary Mattis. One last question. Will a government shutdown have serious ramifications on military operations? And if so, what are your plans for mitigation?
Yes. Let me give you an example. This morning or last night, young guys and gals somewhere in Wyoming were driving off to do their weekend duty. There's any number of projects we have underway that keep me at the top of my game and our military at the top of our game that are handled by civilians. All these things are going to be disrupted. Those troops will arrive there at their armories, by the way, and told go home. If there's a government shutdown, and they will then drive a couple hundred miles back home. These again are stoic young men and women. They'll suck it up and they'll say, okay. If they're Navy reservists, they'll say, aye, aye, sir, cheerfully. And when they get in their car, they may not mutter something quite so positive. I would just tell you there will be our maintenance activities will probably pretty much shut down. We will not be able to induct any more of our gear or that need maintenance. Over 50% altogether of my civilian workforce will be furloughed, and that's going to impact our contracting. It'll impact, obviously, our medical facilities. It's got a huge morale impact. I'll just tell you, how long can you keep good people around when something like this happens? It is always a question that's got to hover in the back of my mind. I would just tell you that we do a lot of intelligence operations around the world, and they cost money. Those obviously would stop, and I would just tell you that training for almost our entire reserve force will stop. And you must understand the critical importance of our reserves. They're the only shock absorber we have. It's not like the old days where you could draft somebody in and 18 weeks later have them in combat with the skills they need. Today's infantrymen, they're called infantrymen because they're infant soldiers, young soldiers. They still take a year to train in order to have them ready to use the gear they have on them and make certain they have the ethical and tactical abilities to deal with the battlefield today. So it's got a terrible impact. At the same time, the submarine that put to sea last week will still be out for 3 months. And God bless them, the lads will not have any email connectivity, so they will not even know what's going on as they cruise quietly out there carrying out their duties. The ships at sea will continue. The ones, our lads in Iraq and Afghanistan who are in the fight will continue. The young ladies who are guiding the drones right now will stay at their desks and keep them overhead. So we will continue what we're doing. But the value of the American military is grossly enhanced by the sense that the American model of government, of the people, by the people, for the people, can function and carry out its governmental responsibilities. I didn't serve in the Marine Corps for 40-odd years. I served in the U.S. Marine Corps. Belong to you, accountable to you, but as Speaker Ryan pointed out here, for those out there right now in the field, at sea, in the air, the ones sitting in the ready room over here at Andrews Air Force Base, I just tell you that they deserve full support, and we have got to come to grips with this as a nation. Why don't we take one more, Catherine? You